Good day. Today we're going to talk about Kodi. We just had some updates and some other recent things. We're using Kodi on the Raspberry Pi 4 4 gig model. We've been doing a lot of testing behind the scenes. We've gone ahead and put it basically in the living room as a full-time media player because it's gotten that, you know, good and trustworthy. It still has its issues here and there. 4K is not totally there yet. There's still a lot of work that has to be done on like a firmware level and stuff like that. But there are constant updates and all that. But today we're just going to focus on some of the things you can do in Kodi and some of the add-ons that I think are worth your time. I'm not too much into getting a ton of add-ons. I like to keep things kind of simple for the missus, and so she can go straight to what she wants to go to without having a whole lot of fuss. Now, one of the ones which this build that I've used, I've kept it, you know, straight to the Kodi default look. But we're using Diggz. Now, if you go into Temp TV, which is one that my wife uses a lot, there's all sorts of different ways in here to, you know, take in the news. All of these are running live right now. Now they're in different states, different regions. Another one is is USA TV Go. Now this has got basically whatever these channels are running live right now on the normal network is how you will get them here. So it's just like if you were running through a cable service with all of these. These aren't the on-demand versions. This is the live playing now version. So you know, there's HBO, obviously the History Channel. You got you know, all your basics, and you know, some of the movie channels as well. Well, in fact, most of them. So why don't we hit Travel Channel?
Without mustard. Make creamy
Boom.
And then hey-o, onions, relish.
Now, one of my things I like to do is to keep from bogging the system down. It's just one of my little things. Unless you are just doing something and you're coming back to it, I like to stop the programming and then back out. You're gonna run into less opportunities for it to freeze up, and depending on how new you know, the build is or whatever, I kind of recommend that. Even though we got 4 gigs of RAM, which is way more than what the you know, the Model 3B Plus is using, still it's just senseless working where there's a lot of populating going on. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So that's just you know, you don't have to, especially if you're just doing mundane things or whatever. But if you're going to be doing like a lot of searching or going in and out of add-ons, I would definitely shut off whatever it was you were watching, unless you have to have it going on in the background. YouTube has a new look. You can go right to, you don't have to sign in, you can just hit a search. As you can see, we got some things right here. And it's, I guess, tradition to run Big Buck Bunny. But right here, we're just using this for purposes to show how good everything's loading up. Now, obviously, that's also going to depend on your internet speed. But as far as the device itself, it runs along fairly snappily with all this. Another one I would recommend is Loki. Loki has a lot of stuff in it. You can, let's do this. You can hit movies, right? And then you go and you hit search, and let's see, just for, I was just doing a bit on this guy. Type in Ed Wood, boom. Now it's got all that, there's the movie right there. And we got all these other things, Ed Wood, you know, like documentaries, other movies from Ed Wood, and stuff like that. If we want to, say, watch the... Oh, okay. I guess we, already, we're watching it. Did it play it? Oh, yeah. Oops. Yeah, everything was playing fine until you hit something. And there we go. Now, like I said, it's always a little bit more helpful, especially with what we're doing. Oh, oops. Now we can, now like TV shows, same thing. Now you can do the one-click TV shows, which is a bunch of just things that are ready to go. Basically, that's your on-demand, and like you go into, I guess this is, yeah, I've heard of this. And then boom, it's, we're not gonna play it because I want to get moving along here. So as you see, we can go down through, and there's just a ton of shows. They by and large, they all work. I mean, I haven't come across very few. Some of them, it may take a second, you know, or 30 of them. But there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes to pull it, to populate, to get all the metadata and everything. And, you know, remember, you're not paying for anything but your internet. So you're not paying for any of these types of services. But what a lot of people don't realize is digital media and stuff still has to broadcast a great deal through the airwaves. So there's a lot of stuff that you could even get with an antenna. You could set up live pay-per-view stuff. What else is in here that I wanted to? It's basically if you're into Christmas, this has its own section for Christmas stuff. Christmas scenery, which has like the fireplace with the Yule log. movies, music, and karaoke. Who could do a Christmas without karaoke? Oh. And they always have a movie of the week, which is pretty cool. They keep everybody pretty much informed on what this add-on is. It is a newer one. It basically runs like Loki would, but it's got its own stuff. It's all right. I haven't spent a whole lot of time in it. Whoops. So, I can't give an honest, but what I have used in it works, and it's got a cool selection and a cool setup. Now, we're coming up on to my favorite time of the year, which is, Halloween and stuff like that. And this has a ton of stuff. I had to pull myself out of here the other day because there was just so much just awesome stuff. It would this is kind of like getting one of your own, like Shutter or one of them type of accounts. It really let's just click something. Now remember, as this is spinning, let's see, processing the metadata, it's collecting all of the info and the stuff. It's pulling it from everywhere. But as you see, a lot of awesome movies, and they all work. Let's see here. You just click it. It gives you the links. You click them, and boom, you go on your way. Now, just for the purposes of wanting to move this along, I'm not going to click into every thing to show you that it, whoops. Now, Netflix is running awesomely. I know some people were having some troubles with it. I myself, I'm kind of torn because I like this setup a little bit because it's more streamlined and I can just search, but at the same time, Netflix and its layout kind of offers you the ability to just stumble upon things, I'll say, easier. But that's not to say that this is a bad setup by any means. It's just I find myself able to just stumble upon things a little easier with the other layout. Now, this is just the default layout of Kodi. There is a ton of builds out there that will make Netflix look just like it does on, this is just putting it, everything looks, runs like the same as far as the layout. That's one of the problems you can have with some of the builds, is a lot of the add-ons will all be kind of seamless together, but then you'll come across add-ons where it just reverts back to the default ossuary layout, and you're kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a seamless experience. For you sports fans out there, there's the Sports Devil. I can't tell you a whole lot about this, except that it does have a ton of just sports stuff, live sports. I'm not as much of a sports fan as I used to be with football or anything, so. And then some newer ones that were just added is this one, Limitless. A lot of cool stuff. Again, live TV, news, and what I want to speak to that about the news. There are a lot of setups where you can get like the IPTV and stuff like that, but I would recommend that if you have the ability to pay the, like $30-$40 or whatever for a good antenna, like at Best Buy or one of them type places that kind of specializes more in electronics, get you a good one. Look for some reviews or whatever, and use that for your local programming, because there are a few reasons of why this is a good idea. During storms, we're here in Florida. During storms, there's times where you can still have the ability maybe to have power, but not cable. So having the antenna would still give you the ability to have the local news and the stuff that we got a pretty good reach here in Florida, so there's a lot of programs and networks and stuff that you can get for free just from an antenna. But there's a lot of mountainous regions and everything all through the country that aren't so lucky, so you're more dependent on these add-ons. We'll do another excuse me, we'll do another tutorial about IPTV, because I'm still learning about some of the setups in here and what to waste your time with and what not. Oh, another one that I wanted to show you here with the music add-ons is music choice. It's basically just like the one that they would give you like on Spectrum, whatever cable network you got. They usually got all these music channels, music choice. Well, they got it so you can get it right through Kodi. So also SoundCloud, your Amazon Prime. This is a Pandora add-on. Google Drive's been added. TuneIn Music, awesome. You're able to get basically any radio station that plays through TuneIn, and of course your regular ones. Let's see here, and then did we? No, we took that out. With the program add-ons, I would recommend get Easy Clean and some type of cleaning add-on. This one works really good. You just click it, you go into maintenance, clear all cache, packages, thumbnails, boom, and it goes through and it takes out all the crap. So I know this video is probably starting to get a little long-winded, so with all that being said, if anybody has any questions or something they'd like me to go over, just comment and let me know what it is I can do to help. But I wanted to go over this setup, and I mean anybody that's getting away from the cable, I highly recommend getting yourself a device or something that can run Kodi. Don't go with one of them Fire Sticks. Don't go with if you have a computer that you can run Kodi through and have as your entertainment center, like I said, dual core, something that's 64-bit preferably. A lot of people are kind of sizing up, getting, don't throw away your old computer, use it for a media streaming device, get rid of your cable, and just run internet. And most of the internet companies that will have you just running internet are going to give you around 100 megabytes per second. At least that's what ours does, because they want to ensure that you can get all your streaming and the bandwidth that you need to be able to do things on the internet and watch Netflix and stuff like that. So, again, if there's anything anybody would like me to show or do a tutorial on or whatever, please let me know. You can like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the channel for more vids and cool stuff like this. I hope all you enjoyed. I hope found this entertaining or helpful, and I hope you have a great day.